This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
The best defense is a good offense. So before the sewer backs up into your home and wreaks havoc, stop freaking and call Beacon. Beacon Plumbing, Heating, and Mechanical is there for you when you need them most. 1-800-FREAKIN or beaconplumbing.net.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
From the DuckDuckGo studios, this is 99.9 KISW and KISW HD1 Seattle. An Odyssey station. This is The Mighty Rock, starring BJ and Migs. Mornings.
Because, hey, at least once a day, you should experience a BJ.
You know, I'm ready for my BJ.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. And there's a brand new shirt in the Rock Shop. You've heard this on the men's room. It's the Green Beans t-shirt.
Green beans.
Yeah.
Green beans.
Get your beans shirt.
This is the most ridiculous shirt, but I love it.
Yeah. And that's where you can find your fellow rockaholics who are in on the joke. You got to get that shirt today. Go to KISW.com now.
Let's play B Migs. It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. B Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa, B Migs, you're a loser.
It is time for B Migs. And it's time to turn down for tentacles.
Release the Kraken.
Yeah, it's Tuesday. We release the Kraken, well, whenever we want to, and even if they're not playing a game today, it's still fine. I gotta just make myself a rule to just not go on Facebook fan pages for the Kraken after a loss. It's just so... People get so
They've got to
mad.
fire everybody.
Grubauer sucks. Drieger sucks. What the hell's going on? Like, everybody sucks. They're an expansion team. It's gonna happen. Like...
Yeah. Yeah, really. I mean, this is what's supposed to happen.
At some point, there'll be good
yeah.
moments, and at some point, there's going to be rotten moments. Unfortunately, we're dealing with more rotten. I get that. I don't know.
The Golden Knights ruined everything. They really did.
Yeah, they did because
Stupid Golden Knights.
Yeah, why'd they have to be so good?
Yeah, because that's not how it usually is. You know, even if you have a ton of money and you go out and buy a championship team like the Florida Marlins did when they were new, and I don't know, maybe 5 years after they finally won a world, but they went out and paid for it, and then of course right after they won the World Series, they got rid of everybody and they were really bad again.
It got ours. Bye. I mean, I guess I'm just still in that honeymoon phase. I'll probably be in that honeymoon phase with the Kraken for at least a couple more years. Like, it's just like really they could do no. As long as there's a team out there on the ice, I'm happy.
As we should be.
Yeah,
like,
right?
That's how most people, like, who cares what they're doing right now?
And to be perfectly honest, when I go to the game, it's going to be against the Golden Knights, and I'm just going to bring a sign that says, "Boo, you ruined it for everybody."
Yeah, do that. Yeah.
I can bring signs, right?
Yeah, you should.
It's not like a wrestling event, so I don't even know.
It's not like, as long as it doesn't say Jeter sucks, I think you should be fine, because I know that sign was not really let in a lot.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Let's get to our contestant today. We got John in Seattle. John, are you there?
I'm there, and you guys are 100% correct about the Kraken. They rule still. I don't care.
Hell yeah. There's a fan right there. John's a fan.
All right. Last night was one of the few games where they just completely sucked.
Yeah.
But for the most part, every game's been close and fun. That's all I asked for.
And McCann scored a goal, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Welcome back. They're gelling. It's going to take a little time, but they're going to be great.
Yeah. It might take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. But
it's a long job. It's a very long. And none of these players may be on that championship team. But you know what? It's a long job.
All right, Steve, get out of here. For those playing at home, John will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. John, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Ready.
Which character from The Simpsons tries to kill Bart on many occasions?
Sideshow Bob.
Yes. What does the O stand for in the cable network HBO?
Office.
Yes. Who played Carl in the early 80s movie Caddyshack?
Bill Murray.
Yes. President Franklin D. Roosevelt was afflicted with what disease?
Oh, dang. Pass.
What type of race is the Preakness Stakes?
Horse race.
Yes. In terms of area, what is the largest borough in New York City?
Brooklyn?
No.
Manhattan?
No.
Queens.
Yes. Ben Bailey is best known as the host of what game show?
Cab driver. It's such a good show too, man. All right, forget pass.
What is the name of Mr. Crane's dog on Frasier?
Pass.
How many ounces are in 7 cups?
21.
No.
16.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct.
Oh, well, right down the middle, right smack dabber.
Yeah, started very well and then didn't.
That's what happens in this world, man. Sometimes you just start out and then you don't.
Yeah. You start off and then you don't. And yeah.
But look who's here.
That would be Steve.
Yeah, that's it.
Steve's here.
Woo, look at that. I remember that guy.
Yeah, he's back. He's back from his expansion draft, ready to rebuild or do some other sports term. I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, you're trying. I feel I'm happy for the attempt.
Like someone said, the philosophy that you guys have led to the M's of 40-plus years without a pennant. Understandable, but this is year 1.
Yeah,
I'm giving a pass for the first 2 years.
Do you think that they'll get to the they'll get to the Stanley Cup before the Mariners get to the World Series?
Yeah.
Well, with this lockout, I would say yes.
Yes.
Are they still locked out? Damn.
Oh yeah, dude, it's a beating. It is. It's an embarrassment. I don't think we're gonna have a spring training. I mean, I hope I'm wrong about this, and that really sucks because the Mariners are really a hopeful team this year.
Well, maybe they'll do something next year. Steve, are you ready?
Oh, yeah!
Which character from The Simpsons tries to kill Bart on many occasions?
Quagmire.
No.
What's that guy? Russell.
Giggity.
Russell? No.
No. Brandon Tannick.
No. What does the
Turbo.
O stand for in the cable network HBO?
Office.
Yes. Who played Carl in the early 80s movie Caddyshack?
Carl Speckler. Bill Murray.
Yes. President Franklin D. Roosevelt was afflicted with what illness?
Elephantitis.
No.
I don't know. Alzheimer's.
No.
Dyslexia.
No. What type of race is the Preakness Stakes?
Horse.
Yes. In terms of area, which is the largest borough in New York City?
Queens.
Yes. Oh. Ben Bailey is best known as the host of what game show?
Oh, Cash Cab, baby.
Yes. What was the name of Mr. Crane's dog on Frasier?
Oh, crap. Wasn't it like Willard or something?
No.
Willard, yes, the mouse guy.
Willard.
Yeah.
Frank?
No.
Sam.
No. How many ounces are in 7 cups?
7 cups worth of ounces.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
but no.
70. Yeah.
No.
No,
1,
sir.
2, 3, 4, 5. It's a tie.
Oh, wow. John, you did better than I expected.
Oh, man. Thank you, guys. Man, have a good day and a great week.
You too, John.
Take it easy, man. Oh, the cups thing could have been the difference if somebody
7
just
cups
did the math.
worth. Yeah, well, I think first you need to know how many ounces are in a cup.
That's
16.
8, right?
No, it's 8. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
8.
So BJ said 8. It's not 16, Steve.
Good, because I was like, way off then.
Well, we know who does the baking and cooking in Steve's house.
Not Steve. I learned a valuable lesson of the difference between a tablespoon and a teaspoon.
It's
All
a
right.
big difference.
Especially
Yeah, it
when
is.
working with cayenne pepper, yes.
Oh, boy.
Oh, because you were doing the brew.
I was doing my little voice remedy concoction, and originally I thought I was putting a tablespoon, not a teaspoon of cayenne pepper in. Ooh, I saw the inside of my own eyeballs on that.
Yeah, you said a tablespoon the other day. It's only a teaspoon?
No, I said a tablespoon of honey, a teaspoon of cayenne
Okay,
pepper.
all right, fair enough.
There's
you got to be careful with that. Yeah.
Huge difference there. If you knew that there were 8 ounces in 7 cups, it would end up being just math and be 56.
Oh.
Yeah. John did know that it was Sideshow Bob that always tried to kill Bart.
That's who it was.
Yeah.
Yep, voiced by Kelsey Grammer. Which also, Mr. Crane's dog. Does anybody know the name of that one on Frasier?
It was Eddie.
Yep.
Good old Eddie.
Yep, Eddie the dog. And then does anybody know the illness that Franklin D. Roosevelt was afflicted with?
Well, this is ironic.
Not syphilis.
If it's this one, it's ironic just because of the conversations we're having in our fine country. I believe it was polio.
It was polio.
Yeah, and of course, not a problem anymore. I mean, it was a big deal that even our president was afflicted with it. And not a problem anymore because, we did something that, for some reason is causing a lot of problems these days.
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
Yep, that's about it. And, I'd like to say congratulations, Steve, but you got a tie, so you did it.
I did it.
You did one thing.
You did it!
Mediocrity. I did it.
It is time for Listeners on the Loose, where you pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. What do you want to talk about? We'll take your calls. We'll take your texts at 917.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
A burst pipe at 3 a.m. is a bad way to start the day. A cold shower in November isn't invigorating. So before you start freaking, call Beacon. Beacon Plumbing, Heating, and Mechanical is just one call away 24 hours a day. 1-800-FREAKIN or beaconplumbing.net.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chev.
On the Rock.
Hey, you got something to say? They're wild, rapid, and on the loose. This is Listeners on the Loose.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose, brought to you by Advanced Hair Restoration. Listeners on the Loose, where you pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Whatever it is that you think needs to be heard, make sure you follow Steve's rule.
It's a simple rule, BJ. It's to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, we shall gong you and then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Just got a text that says, Danny, are you excited about the new Sounders kits?
I am. They come out today.
I haven't even. So we don't know what they look like, or do we?
Was it like every 2 months they put out a new jersey?
Yeah, every 2 months about. I have all of them. It's great. That's
so today's the day that they unveil their new jersey and shorts,
yeah,
aka the kits.
For 2022. We don't know what they look like yet. There's been some leaks of what they might look like.
Are they
so
green?
They change them every year, green. Danny? Is that the deal now?
They have their away and their home jersey, and they change so they change their home one every other year, and then they change their away one every other year.
Oh, okay.
So you get a new one every year, but it just depends on which one you get. So this year we got a new green home jersey.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the leaks look like? Is it like?
If I can find it again.
Because I wish I'd just go with that Jimi Hendrix jersey. I think that was so cool. I know that they put it out there for last year, but now it's done, right?
Yeah, it's over.
That's old news. Although I could probably get a discounted one.
If they put it out for last year, according to Danny, we've got one more year with it.
Okay, so Danny's showing us a picture. It's kind of got like a checkered pattern. Like you can play checkers on it. That's awesome.
Oh,
and it's some version of that. They have a bunch of different mock-ups of what it could look like.
And so it's the green and the blue in a sort of fadeaway check pattern.
Yeah.
And it looks like about 5 minutes ago they did tweet it out, and it looks like it is what you're showing there, Danny. It's the checkered front that it kind of looks like a chest hair to me, kind of running down to the belly button sort of thing.
Okay, I hadn't thought about that.
It kind of does that blue checkered, far enough away. It kind of looks like that, but I think it looks pretty neat. It's got the two stars
there it is. Oh, so it starts all the way at the top. There we go.
Oh, wow. It's called Legacy Green.
Green.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Got the 2 stars for their 2 championships on it as well.
All right.
I'm buying one today.
Cool. So last year
Tetris just vomited on their shirt.
Yeah, you're right.
In a good way, of course.
In a very good way.
So, and last year was the road kit that was new.
Yeah, it was the Jimi Hendrix one.
Oh, okay. Well, you got one more year out of that, Steve.
Oh, crap. I gotta wait till next year to get it on a discount bin?
Yeah, sorry, buddy.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
So you're going to buy this?
I'm going to buy it for sure. I'm going to actually probably go to the pro shop after the show today.
Just taking your money.
Yeah, I mean, they're just printing it.
Every sports franchise except the Mariners are taking Danny's money.
Yep, available as of this morning, starting at 11 a.m.
Hooray!
Wow.
This is awesome.
Or 10 a.m., depending on where, I guess.
I think the only Sounders kit I have is the first one.
Yeah, I had one of the original Xbox ones.
That's awesome.
And now I feel like, am I a loser if I wear that
vintage.
around?
No, it's like a vintage. It's like wearing an old Seahawks jersey.
All right, I'll take that. I feel better about it.
It says either you believe in the history of the team or you're just too cheap to buy a new one, depending on what you want to go.
I believe in the cheap history of the team.
Yes.
That's what it is. It is Listeners on the Loose topic you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Oh, now this is a text I could get behind. It says, Migs, are you excited? They just announced they're working on a movie version of The Wonder Twins.
Ooh. Yeah, I heard about this.
Oh, come on. Don't act like you're not happy.
Oh, I'm not happy. This was one of the reasons. But before I go into myself, and what I hate about it, because I know a lot of people like the Wonder Twins. It's going to be for HBO Max, which so far HBO Max and their superhero TV series, I think they've done a really good job with them.
So this is going to be a
Peacemaker
movie,
being the best.
Yeah, I got to get on the Peacemaker train. I got to check that out.
Oh, so good. Peacemaker is so darn good. And John Cena is really fantastic. I give him a lot of credit. He has worked on his acting chops to the point that he really makes you love the character. He actually shows much depth to what really is a two-dimensional character. But that's a sign of a good actor that can still round him out and make you feel. And it got dark.
You guys, he's a great actor since you started in The Marine in 12 rounds.
Did. I didn't take it seriously. I mean, him and Bautista, I give a lot of credit because it looks like they've been working really hard to be, on their craft. And I give him a lot of credit.
Bautista? It's Batista, man.
I said Bautista. I always called him Bautista. It's just Bautista.
Well, I don't know, if his actual spelling of his name maybe throws you off, but he's been known as Batista.
I'm an idiot. So it's Batista. I always call him Bautista. You're right, Steve. It's the spelling of his name.
Bow to my Tista.
Yeah. Excuse me. Dave. Anyway, Dave's really. Yeah. Dave is like. He's also done a great job too. Yeah, Dave. I can't. You know what, Dave Bautista. Yeah. Anyway, so both of them have done a really good job. And, so Peacemaker's good. So I think that the Wonder Twins with HBO Max could be a good show. And if you don't know them, it was Zan and Jaina, who of course were on the animated Justice League, the DC Comics show, which just was horrific.
And I just assumed that meant that they were just part of the Justice League until I got older and realized from some of my comic book nerd friends that were just like the gatekeeping type. They're just like, no, they were never in the comics. They weren't like that.
Yeah.
And if they were, they weren't like, that wasn't like a respected comic of it.
They're like the Ewoks of the Justice League, where
that's why I like them.
Yeah, they don't belong.
They were great, man. Form of an animal and form of some kind of water.
Water, yeah. They fist bumped each other, and they had the weirdest powers.
Well, I mean, the sister had decent powers. She could be like a monkey.
Yeah.
But her brother could be a bucket of ice. And
it was
so dumb.
Didn't they need a bucket to carry him around when he did that? I feel like that. I remember there literally being a bucket involved.
Now, but it was such an odd thing. Like, you get an animal, you could be cool, and I'm just something that's made of water.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. You can tell, wow, there's really not a lot thought into this, except we need some cute characters to go along with the superheroes because the kids like cute characters, just like Scrappy-Doo and Godzuki. Ugh.
Do you remember, though, before the Wonder Twins, there was they had, a different version of, the kid-friendly members of the Justice League or the Super Friends?
Oh, I remember the Super Friends.
Yeah, it was Wendy, Marvin, and Wonder Dog.
Oh,
no.
They were basically wanting to be like Scooby-Doo.
Oh, God, yeah. I mean, it's
so stupid.
Yeah. And it was just, but you know what? It made me just hate DC even more when I was, I was a Marvel guy. So that's what it was. Was F everything DC's doing.
So are they going to make this is it going to be silly? It'll probably be campy a little bit, but are they going to try and put a dark edge to the Wonder Twins?
This is really interesting because it's going to be just about them. So it's just really going to focus on Zan and Jaina. So that's a good question, Steve. I'll tell you this. I mean, their powers could be very interesting. The budget also is going to be interesting because I will tell you this. There's a show called Doom Patrol and a character called Beast Boy, and he basically he's Jaina. He's supposed to be able to turn into any animal he wants, but because of money issues and CGI issues, we've only ever seen him run around once in a while as a tiger, and I think he was a snake once on Doom Patrol. Uh-huh. He surely hasn't realized the character's full potential that we know from the comics. So how much money are they going to have for this to be able to make water powers look cool and to be able to make animal powers look cool? That's the only issue I would worry about with the show is is it going to be lame because they don't have the money, or will HBO throw a lot of money at this and make it a cool thing where she's turning into a ton of different animals?
Or also, will they kind of take creative liberty and maybe change like his powers? I wouldn't be upset if they changed him and gave him something a little bit cooler than the power to be something water-based.
Well, there is a dude, though, in the Marvel Comics universe called Hydro Man, and he basically is the opposite of the Human Torch, but he's the Liquid Ice Man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Hydro Man can do some damage. So, I mean, if they can give, if they really decide to make Jaina less lame and have water really do watery-like things, like he becomes a tidal wave or a fire, like a fire hose stream. I don't know.
So we got Booster Gold coming to the C-Dub. We now got the Wonder Twins to HBO Max.
Yeah.
All we need is a reboot of Small Wonder and Alf, and my 2022 year is the greatest year of my entire life.
Yeah. So Adam Stekiel, he's officially writing and directing this. He's working on Black Adam, which is the Rock superhero, sort of like the opposite of Shazam guy. I think is coming out soon.
So
the same guy doing that's doing the Wonder Twins.
That sounds like a guy who's got talent. I don't know anything about him. But obviously, if he's doing that one, he's got to actually be respected enough. So.
The HBO Max superhero shows are good. I have no problem with them. Teen Titans I like a lot. I like Doom Patrol. I like Peacemaker. So they know how to make TV shows on HBO Max with the DC properties. So I have high hopes for this.
You'll give it a chance?
Oh, I definitely will. I'll watch
Wonder
it.
Twins
I'll have to watch it.
Let's go.
Yeah, I hated the characters in the cartoon, but I will give it a chance because... I'll tell you this. Doom Patrol is, to me, a goofy comic that was horrible. And they turned that into an amazing show for me. So I will give anything a chance that those guys do on HBO Max.
I just wonder if that's going to... I wonder if that's going to make you become a fan of the Wonder Twins. This is going to be awesome.
I know it will upset me, but you know what? Good TV's good TV, Steve. I can't be a hypocrite. If it's good TV, I'll like it.
Someone today, one of the actors from Doom Patrol went to the same high school that I went to in Puyallup.
Oh, really? Who the heck was that?
I don't know.
Oh, if they could let me know, because they're really. I mean, obviously Brendan Fraser plays the voice on one of the actors, and he does such a good job. But the two women on the show are great, and they are terrific. There's some really good acting on all their parts, but I can't remember their names to save my life. So.
You have no idea what actor came from.
Yeah, unless it's the dude that plays Cyborg. That I don't know, and I don't know his name either. You know what? I'm doing a great job. Love the show. Don't know anybody who plays on it. There you go. Check it out. Doom Patrol, HBO Max. All right. It's Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Someone would say, anyone check out Bel Air on Peacock? It's the Fresh Prince, but a total drama, putting an entirely new take on the show, and it's surprisingly good. Or great, the person said. I have watched half of the first episode, so I can't really. From what I watched, it's pretty different than the Fresh Prince, the sitcom. Yeah. It is pretty heavy. But what I watched was entertaining.
Yeah,
I know it's not a glowing review because I didn't finish it, but that's just how life is. I don't know if I'll ever finish it, but it's a darker vibe to it, that's for sure, and they do a good job.
It looks quality from everything I've seen in the trailers, but it looks like a drama, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
I never, the thing is there's a lot of dramas. I don't like This Is Us is a terrific show that I never cared about because it's just a drama. I'm the opposite of you, Steve. It's like, it takes place today? Oh, yeah, no. If it's not in the past or in fantasy or in future time or sci-fi, I want nothing to do with it, even though it may be the best show ever. And This Is Us is a perfect example of that. I know it's a terrific show, and I will never watch it. And I feel like Bel Air, because I wasn't a real big fan of the Fresh Prince in the first place. So it's no nostalgia for me. Yeah. And it looks like a really good drama, which means, but there's no aliens and there's no guys with swords. I'm not watching it.
So you need to incorporate Men in Black with Bel Air. So that way.
Oh, there you go.
Will Smith character.
Now I'll watch it.
He leaves Philadelphia to go to Mars.
There we go. You know what? Got no problem with that. I'm in. That sounds like a great premise. Tell me where to go to watch that. I will. Wow. It is. It's Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. More of your calls, more of your texts. We'll take those at 9:33 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Let's go to Rich in Bothell. Rich, you are on The Rock.
Hey, I think you're missing out, and this is us. Are you afraid to cry in public or something?
Yeah.
Anyways, hey, I'm the $2.49 relationship guy.
Oh, wait.
earlier.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah. So you're the guy that you joined this service, a cheater's service, I guess, for $2.49, and met your now wife there while you were basically.
Oh my God, life partner. Oh my God, yeah.
Tell us the whole backstory, because I remember the text.
So I came in from a 24-year relationship. I married my high school sweetheart, had 3 beautiful kids, now turned into a 5-kid blended family. But anyways, she's very controlling. I tried for 24 years to make this relationship work, but the problem was I'd become really attached to her family. They took me right in as their own son immediately when we started dating their daughter. And so I became instantly attached because I didn't have that level of relationship with my family. So I was drawn to it. So anyways, I was willing to put up with lack of affection to put up with this relationship. And so anyways, I'm 40. I'm not 51 now, but I've been told I look like Tom Cruise. I'm an athletic figure, but
wow.
I'm sort of bored in this relationship.
Steve, you had to go ask for the whole story. I don't know if I really want to know part of the story.
I like this.
Anyways. So
are you like more risky business, Tom Cruise, cocktail Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible Tom Cruise? Which Tom Cruise are we talking?
How about Tropic Thunder Tom Cruise? He was handsome there.
Let me touch on that pre-Oprah, okay? Pre-Oprah's catch. My stock went down after Oprah. I'm like, oh my God, he killed me. Anyways.
Okay. You had to ask, Steve. You know what? You had to ask. You continue to ask. Where was the Austin Powers Tom Cruise? Because he was pretty handsome in that.
Or Tropic Thunder Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
I'm more for Top Gun, honestly. It was good to be Top Gun. I was in the Army in flight status, so I wore the uniform. I wore the aviators. And it worked.
Yeah.
I should have got laid more. Anyways.
All right. So
okay, then.
$2.50 later.
I feel like
which is why I was in the $2.49 website chasing some happiness. I said, you know what? After 24 years, I'm 40. I still got life to live. I'm going to go spend this $2.49, have fun for 3 days, get it out of my system, get some attention, and just go back to my miserable marriage. I wasn't planning on, there's a movie called Practical Magic, and there's a line there that said, this person doesn't exist. So, you set these standards, so you got to stay in this miserable relationship. And anyway, this person comes along.
Wow.
They meet every single one of them. I'm a VW guy. She's into the VWs. She's from Southern Cal. I'm from Southern Cal. We both spent our childhood in beaches. We probably played the same beach, same time. Anyways.
Okay, what? See, why did you ask for the whole story?
I didn't ask about this.
Yes, you did. You asked for the whole story. We are now getting the story.
You like Jettas? I like Jettas. Let's have sex.
I was told to keep it short, and you guys keep distracting me, so I'm a very distractible person.
You're a very distractible person, apparently, especially when it comes to marriage. But anyway, hey
there, bam.
All right.
Don't judge. Anyways.
Don't judge. Oh, no, I'm judging. By the way, Rich, I am massively judging. You are picking up on that, and I will not hide. The level of judgment for me is high.
No, and I'm sorry that your judgment of me is not what you expect. But I honestly don't care what people think. So
well, you just told me not to judge, so apparently you do care what people think. But anyway, keep going and tell us this wonderful story that Steve, who I will no longer let ask anybody any questions.
But anyway,
go on with this
judgment in relationships and not knowing the backstory is just an opinion, which is the lowest form of intelligence. So let's just be honest, and we make millions of dollars in society on it. So.
Wow, yeah, that happened. There we go. Goodbye, America.
I got to be the man for the people. The text, I've never seen more gong him text in my entire life, BJ. Jeez.
Does it surprise you that a guy that basically went to a website to cheat on his wife is this guy?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Does it surprise you? It doesn't surprise me at all. And boy, I'd love to hear the wife's side of the story. I really, really would.
I got to imagine it's completely different.
I imagine it's just that she just got exhausted listening to him every day because.
Yeah,
he had me at Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
So, it really took a lot for me to gong him. I'm picturing Tom Cruise calling in on a couch.
Here's what I don't understand. If you're so unhappy in a marriage, why not just leave rather than wait until you meet somebody that rides the same Jetta you ride and walks the same beach you do? Then you leave the marriage.
You weren't listening. He's attached to his ex-wife's family, so he didn't want to leave for that reason. And he just thought, I'll just do this for $2.59 or $2.49 for 3 days, get out of my system, and go back to my miserable marriage. It sounded very reasonable.
Yeah, very, very reasonable. Yeah, Wow. Well, look, I don't begrudge anybody their happiness. I hope his ex-wife is happy as well because obviously, that was a loveless marriage for sure. And you know what? Congratulations to everybody involved.
I hope everybody's happy now.
I'm not happy. Why did we talk to that guy? That's what but it is listeners on the loose. I guess we Have to do what we have to do.
If we could have just got to the meat of the story, it is a pretty interesting story, Hal, because if I remember correctly, he joined one of these affair websites and then met his now wife because somebody, according to him, hacked into her account.
Oh, right. I forgot about
and set her up in the affair website as well, and then they connected, and then the rest is history.
There's a lot of shadiness in that whole situation. And so let's look.
She looks like Katie Holmes, apparently.
Yeah. Nicole Kidman. How about that?
No, not Nicole Kidman. The old wife looked like Nicole Kidman. Come on, Rev. Are we not playing along?
Yeah, it's Katie Holmes. It's the new wife. Come on, Rev.
Didn't he marry someone before Nicole Kidman?
He may have. I have no idea.
Anymore.
Yeah. Was he involved with any Gyllenhaal? I don't know. I don't know why I'm thinking of Maggie Gyllenhaal, but I am.
I don't think so.
Maybe because Maggie might have replaced Katie Holmes in a Batman. That's what she is. I think she replaced.
Yeah, he married Mimi Rogers from 87 to 90.
Oh, Mimi Rogers, he did? That's right. Wow.
The guy that called in?
No,
Tom
actual
Cruise.
Tom
Yeah,
Cruise,
Tom
not
Cruise
our
married,
Tom Cruise, not our wish Tom
All
Cruise.
right, so, yeah. Okay, well, that was what that was.
That was a thing.
Well, one texter says, you people are idiots. You shouldn't have taken the phone call in the first place. The phone call went exactly the way that it should have gone, and you're mad about what the guy was talking about. You invited him on the air. You're the one at fault. The people who need to be gone are you. Wow, you people are really horribly ignorant and unintelligent today. I'm changing the channel. No, I'm not happy. You guys are being effing idiots.
Wow, really?
Aggressive.
Yeah. Whoa. Now, what about the rest of the texters that were begging you, Steve, to get this guy off the air? Are they idiots too? Are we all at least an idiot group?
Yes.
All right, well, if we're all an idiot group, then I feel I'm in good company.
Crazy part is this person that just sent that has been texting all morning with things. Nothing mean bad. Just this was the breaking point.
We're idiots. Here's the thing. Whenever anybody has a harsh response to anything, we probably pressed a button. And I will tell you this: the guy who called from a behavioral science standpoint, because I've been in therapy for the last couple of decades, the guy's got issues, and he really probably should address them because he wasn't cool, and he probably didn't tell an accurate story about his relationship, or do his wife any favors, the ex-wife. And I'm sorry for pointing that out, but. Shady knows shady, man. The whole thing was shady. And, I hope he and his, wife are happy together. That's nice.
I just think it's interesting that today is the day that they decided to change the channel for us being horribly ignorant and unintelligent when every day we're horribly ignorant and unintelligent.
That's true.
Maybe they finally just looked in the mirror and said, why do I put up with this? Yeah, they're probably just realizing this is my favorite show, those idiots. I can appreciate somebody really having to come to Jesus with themselves and go, I can't do this anymore.
I have a podcast I'll listen to. It's a wrestling podcast. And every time I listen, after about 20 minutes, they all just start yelling at each other because they don't agree about what they're talking about. And I give them like an extra, I'm like, okay, one more minute of them yelling. Then I'll be like, I'm going to hit the fast forward button. If they're still yelling when I stop, I'm done. And they are, of course.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I'm done. And then the next week, a new episode pops up. I'm like, oh, just probably check out and see if they're getting along now. Yeah. What the hell's wrong? I'm just horribly ignorant and unintelligent.
That's true.
Well, listen, I'm really conflicted because I'm mad at the texter for leaving, but they did accurately describe this show. So it's like, they do know us.
So Steve, you had too much faith. He was going to get to the good stuff. BJ's experience rang true.
Oh, yeah, I could tell, dude. And I did my best. I bit my tongue. You all could see me biting my tongue with this guy.
I did love the part of I'm going to go do whatever I do for 3 days and then go back to my miserable marriage.
Yeah, I thought
that was one of the funniest things. And it's so wrong. But just hearing somebody say that it popped me.
There are two types of people that go through bad stuff in life. And they're the ones that are like that guy. And then they're ones that are reflective and realize their contribution and are very grateful for their good life. Like if you really are having a good life, you tend to be more grateful towards the other people in the past. You realize, you know what, I hope my ex-wife is good. And, I contributed a lot. Those you find with people that are really in a good place. That's why I'm not too sure this guy's in a good place. I think he likes, I look like Tom Cruise, and he's still like, oh, I don't want to, really? Do we need to know Mr. Handsome? Mr. I wish I could get laid okay, pal.
Help me paint a picture of who we were talking to.
Yeah, it was nice to know what he looked like. I look like Goose myself, but what are you going to do, right?
Yeah, I was picturing more of a Val Kilmer kind of guy, personally.
Yeah, and I actually have been told I look like Val Kilmer. Obviously not an attractive version, but I have been told, yes.
No, that's false.
Whoever's telling you that?
You should probably
again, I told told you it was sort of like I can't say what people used to say because it's inappropriate these days, but Val Kilmer was used.
Oh, okay.
That and also the Dirty Dancing dude, Patrick Swayze.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people said I look like Mariah Carey. I totally get it.
Yeah, well, you've heard what people say back in the day. You know what you look like? You look like Patrick Swayze's, brother that's got issues, is basically what they would say to me. Not very complimentary, but hey, at least I only choose to accept the Patrick Swayze part.
Okay, here's a good question.
Okay, what do we got?
It says, what is the dumbest thing that you bought because of a targeted ad on Facebook?
Oh,
jeez.
Don't even get me started. I'm literally on a website right now and talking myself out of buying a McRib T-shirt.
Do it!
Oh, now that's a good purchase, dude. What are you thinking? Now,
Is it a black T-shirt?
It could be any color you want, Rev. It
See,
could
there
be
you
green
go.
if you want. It could be purple. It's
nice.
I could do
I'd
a
have to
hoodie.
see it because I don't know that. I'm looking at the shirt you got on today, and I can't really read it, but I like it.
Oh, it's Destiny City Comics. Our buddy Ethan HD, his comic book store in Tacoma.
Oh, wow.
Best comic book store
That's a
in the
nice
world.
looking shirt, man.
Destiny
I might have
City
to.
Comics.
I might have to ask Ethan to send me one for and I'll wear it too.
You
sometime.
need that McRib shirt.
That does look like a cool McRib. I'm
It's
with
a
Danny on
pretty
that.
cool McRib shirt.
Yeah, I'm with Danny.
And plus, it'd be fun to go into different fast food establishments wearing the McRib shirt.
Can I have a Whopper, please?
Right? And they're going to look at you like,
Yeah.
are you McRibbing us? Like, what's going on here? Like,
That would be hysterical if you go into other places with that. Yeah, that would be.
and it's one of those TeePublic sites, so you can make a mask out of it. So I could get a mask that just says
it's
McRib.
if it's under $20, I say go for it.
It's $20.
Oh,
$20
it's not
exactly?
Under. Well, it's not under then.
Oh,
you know
crap.
what?
No, that's the crappy cotton version. If I want to get like the nice softer cotton, then it's $29. I'm not dropping $30 for a McRib T-shirt.
See, I want to get the. I want to get
justify that.
I got too big of a gut. I'll go with the old cotton. The old
Oh,
cotton
yeah?
makes my big gut not look so big.
Oh,
But,
you just get a size larger.
No, dude, they all cling to you, and it's like I'm the Michelin Man walking out. At least it's black, but any shirt that's like lighter than black, I'm looking at myself going, hey, look at me. I could be in the next Ghostbusters movie. Woo!
I just love the idea of just going random places wearing a McRib shirt. That is a targeted ad that I almost...
There we go. I think we've answered that texter's question.
Anyone else?
I think the dumbest thing that I've bought in recent, and it literally turned me into decorating my room, was a giant rainbow fuzzy carpet.
Wow.
So yeah, it's like 6 feet by 9 feet, and I've used it to basically. It started me turning in my extra guest room into what I call the rainbow room, and I've mentioned it before, using a ton of different like lighting and all like the smart lights and stuff, and now it's even gone so far as that the bedding we have for the bed is now purple or a rainbow fuzzy with rainbow fuzzy pillows and just everything rainbow.
You're like one of those eclectic anthology B&Bs where like every room has got a different theme.
I love it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've got my steampunk bar and then the door right there, which I want to turn into a hidden door eventually, and we'll go up to the rainbow room.
Oh, what's this? The hidden bar has a door to the rainbow room. This sounds like almost like a creepy movie. I have a guest over, but you know what? They don't know that I have a hidden door to the rainbow
I was
room.
going to say, like, a rainbow carpet makes me think, oh, that's the room where you do acid.
Yes, quite possibly. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Nice.
How about Joe Dredd texted and said, I have one of those, I recently bought a wall-mounted Gene Simmons bottle opener with his tongue hanging out.
Well, is that a shock with Joe Dredd?
Is that a shock that a Kiss thing is targeted towards him?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Yeah, I really.
You know what I'm getting a lot of targeted ads for, and I'm not happy with Danny about, is that damn fancy pants soap that he orders every year.
Oh, yeah.
All I get is nonstop Dr. Squatch ads.
I mean, you won't regret the purchase.
I got lucky. I got lucky. I did not get those because it's a. You know what?
Here, I'll send you the website.
It's the principle. It's the principle of me. I am not going to fall for a fancy Star Wars soap. It's just soap. I've got to draw the line somewhere.
It's
I have to. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do it. I have to take this geekiness of mine and whatever and not let it invade things that it shouldn't be invading.
So it says I have one of those $100 clearance electronic drum sets, and I never received it.
Oh, you never received it?
That would piss me off.
Oh, that sucks, man. Well, see that? You can't trust advertising on Facebook. You know what? Call the KISW advertising department. We would get you your stuff. Thank you.
I've been screwed by Facebook before.
Mine was pickle salsa.
What?
I recently bought pickle salsa from a targeted ad, and it was one of those. I saw it on my Facebook page, and I immediately clicked it and bought it. Like, I didn't even think twice about it.
It was just like, it's go time.
It's go time. I bought 3 hot pickle salsas called Pickle Smash.
Are they sweet pickles?
No. They're like dill pickles. Yeah.
Oh.
And then I also bought
Curious.
some pickled brine to take whiskey or pickleback shots with too.
That's pretty cool.
Have you gotten this salsa yet?
Yes.
Where is it?
It's at my house.
Have you tried it?
Yeah, I have.
it good?
I can bring some in tomorrow if you'd like.
Please?
It's delicious. It's
Oh, God.
you have to really like pickles though.
I like pickles.
Yeah, it's very.
Okay, we've got the turtles kid. He's all grown up, and he's now changed to pickles. All right, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow. You know what? I think I agree with the texter. I'm not going to listen to this show anymore. You are idiots.
Bunch of ignorant idiots, right?
I'm done with this show. All right, we have a big question that has to be answered, and unfortunately, we are idiots, so I'm not sure this answer is going to do you well, but we'll try to get it. What do Ryan Castle and Pokemon have in common? I'm going to tell you at 9:50. Make the 9:51 on The Rock.
And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and Pokemon have in common?
Grown-ass adults walking around in parks looking for me in bushes and stuff. It's weird.
Alert the authorities.
Yes.
Right.
Well, the
Right.
texts
Can a guy use the restroom in public in peace?
the texts are coming in. One person says Steve likes both of their Squirtles.
Oh, there you go. Look at that. Steve, I am looking at this story, though, and I'm trying to see.
Oh, it's the wrong one. That's why.
Oh, okay. There we go. I'm glad I asked you because I thought, you know what? I want to make sure I read the right story here. There we go. There it comes. There it is. So last Thursday, someone broke into a place called Punch-Out Gaming. I love that because Punch-Out's one of my favorite games ever. And that was in Minnesota. And they actually broke into a neighboring store, which was vacant, and then busted through the shared wall. Oh, that's like an Italian job kind of a thing.
I was thinking like the Kool-Aid guy.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, of course, Pokemon stuff is kind of, it's kind of crazy expensive, and that's what the dude was after. And he reportedly in and out of the store for 2 hours and got away with a ton of boxes of merchandise worth about $250,000. Wow. They even caught him on the surveillance cameras, but he's still on the run. So, man, Pokemon, $250,000 worth of stuff. Wow. Ryan Castle, all he's got for you is a 12-pack.
BJ and Migs play of the day.
So here's what I want to know. Out of the three of you, you don't understand what you've created here.
Why?
I will get the last poke. I've been doing this with this guy, Brandon, for I don't know how long, 130 times. Which one of you will give up first?
Yeah, my poking spree's already over.
I know, you stopped poking me back. I'm very sad.
I lost the page, and I'm not going back to it.
I'm just going to physically start poking you.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll punch you. I'll Facebook punch you if you do that.
BJ and Migs mornings on The Rock 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. How do I know if bankruptcy is going to provide me with relief? What are the steps for my situation?
There's so much information out there about bankruptcy with the internet and what people have heard from friends and other people that they've talked to about their financial issues or bankruptcy. There's also a lot of bad information out there or urban legends about bankruptcy. In order to determine whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, you need to talk to an attorney that's experienced in bankruptcy. So in order to determine whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, you should talk to an experienced bankruptcy attorney. And my job is not to convince you to file bankruptcy. My job is to help you to make that decision and have all the facts so that you can make an informed decision about whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, what benefits it's going to have for you, and what the downside of filing bankruptcy is.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.